Sometimes it hits you without warning. You could be fine 1 second, and the next, your chest tightens. Your throat feels heavy, and your eyes start burning. You're not even sure what triggered it. A line in a movie? A memory you didn't invite? Someone's tone changing just slightly. And immediately, a familiar thought shows up. Why do I cry so easily? You look around, and everyone else seems fine, composed, in control. And you start wondering if there's something wrong with you. There isn't. People who cry easily live with their emotional volume turned up, not because they're weak, but because they're open. Life doesn't bounce off you. It lands. It stays. You don't skim the surface of moments. You feel their weight. And in a world that prides itself on being unfazed, that kind of depth gets misunderstood. Most people are trained to hold it in, to swallow feelings, to distract themselves before anything gets too real. They learn how to turn discomfort into jokes, silence, or anger, because anger feels safer. You didn't learn that trick. When something matters to you, your body reacts honestly. Tears aren't drama for you. They're language. You've probably been told you're too sensitive, too emotional, that you take things too personally. But sensitivity isn't a defect, it's awareness. You notice things other people miss. You feel the tension behind smiles. You hear what's being said without words. When someone's hurting, you don't need an explanation. You already feel it. That's not weakness. That's empathy without filters. Here's the part no one explains. Crying easily doesn't mean you can't handle life. It means you're actually processing it. While others push feelings down and carry them for years, you let them move through you. Tears are release. They're your system saying, "This mattered. I'm not pretending it didn't." And yes, that makes life heavier sometimes. You feel joy deeply, but you also feel loss deeply. You don't just experience emotions, you absorb them. That can be exhausting, but it's also what makes you real in a world that's learned how to numb itself. Most people are afraid of stillness. Silence forces them to feel things they've been avoiding. That's why they stay busy, loud, distracted. You don't run from quiet moments. Quiet moments come to you, and when they do, everything you've been holding rises to the surface. That's often when the tears show up. Not because you're falling apart, but because you're finally listening. You're not broken. You're not boring. You're just different. People like you often apologize for crying. You look away. You wipe your face quickly. You try to make it smaller so no one feels uncomfortable. But the truth is, your tears aren't the problem. The discomfort comes from people who don't know how to sit with emotion. They don't know what to do when something real shows up. Think about it. When you cry, do you feel lighter afterward? Like something unclenched inside you? That's because tears don't weaken you. They clear space. They bring honesty back into your body. They remind you that you're alive, not just functioning. Most people define strength as control. You define it as truth. You don't pretend you're unaffected. You don't perform toughness. You feel what you feel, even when it's inconvenient. And that takes courage, whether anyone admits it or not. If you cry easily, chances are you love deeply too. You care fully. You connect without half measures. That's why people open up to you. That's why friends come to you when things fall apart. There's something safe about someone who isn't afraid of emotion, someone who doesn't rush to fix or minimize it. Let me ask you something. When you cry, is it usually because you're overwhelmed or because something touched you in a way you couldn't ignore? Think about that. And if this sounds like you, what's your relationship with your emotions really like? Drop your thoughts below. You're not alone in this, even if it feels that way sometimes. Society rewards being unbothered. It celebrates the people who don't care. But not caring isn't strength, it's distance. You didn't choose distance, you chose presence. And presence comes with feeling everything more intensely. So the next time tears show up, don't rush to judge yourself. Don't label it as weakness. See it for what it is. Your inner world responding honestly to life. In a culture that teaches people to shut down, you stayed open. If this resonated, share it with someone who's been told they're too emotional, someone who cries in private and wonders what's wrong with them. Let them know this isn't a flaw, it's depth. You're not broken. You're not boring. You're just different. And that difference means you feel life in full color, not grayscale. And even when it hurts, that kind of humanity still matters.